Hi, and welcome to the Tradebox video on importing your products from Sage into Tradebox. Okay, before we get started, if I just jump you onto the website, tradebox.uk.com, and if you can go to support and knowledge base, scroll down, and there's a whole section devoted to products. Articles that are worthwhile looking at are setting up products where you've got Sage stock control turned on, importing products via a CSV file, or importing your products from the sales channel. So this video concentrates on setting up your products where you've got Sage stock control turned on. So if I go back to Tradebox, I'm going to quickly take you to maintenance and preferences. We've configured our Tradebox to our inventory option to get products from account software, and we've tied it to an accounts package of Sage 50. Now that's an important element because if we've slaved Tradebox to use Sage stock, then it will go and grab your stock from Sage and bring it into Tradebox. And when it's uploading stock levels, it will always take them from Sage. So if we go to products section here, you can see this is blank. If I open up the Sage dataset, you can see in Sage, it has 104 products all set up. So there are a number of ways for getting your stock from Sage into Tradebox. The first one is where you set a channel up, and at the end of the channel sequence, it will ask you if you want to create an accounts integration, and at the end of the accounts integration, it will ask you if you want to import your products from Sage into Tradebox. The other way to get them in is if we go to the product section, we click on import products. You'll see the only source option available to me is accounts. I choose OK. Choose a company dataset from the drop-down list. I'm going to put in a username that I've set up in Sage and click on OK. So Tradebox will tell me it's importing the products. It'll tell me how many products it's going to import and that this may take some time. Okay, so the product has finished. There's a little pop-up box where Tradebox is telling you it can differentiate between standard and zero rated items. So if you've got your product set up in Sage using the standard tax codes, then Tradebox can use them. And if we say OK, we can see we now have 104 products in Tradebox. Let's open up one of those options. We can see here that the SKU is grayed out, and that's because Tradebox is using an exact copy and an updated copy from Sage. And it's used all of the options from the Sage product record and imported them into Tradebox. So we know that it's a stock item, barcode, description, etc. And importantly, what the tax code is. The images are also pulled in if you do have them set up in Sage. And we see here that we have Tradebox linked to all of the products for the different channels that are set up. So it's making an assumption that the stock codes or the SKUs on our marketplaces for our website, Magento, and Amazon are identical to the SKU in Sage. Let me just save and close that. Okay, so that takes us on to an option about mapping. Let me choose mapping. We'll choose the Amazon channel. And we can see a marketplace SKU column and a Tradebox SKU. So it's not showing you the account SKU because the account SKU and the Tradebox SKU will always be identical in this particular scenario. But it does make an assumption that the marketplace SKU, in this case Amazon, has an identical SKU to the product in Sage. And if it does, when Tradebox downloads the order, it can connect it to that product. It can use the taxation level from that product and make sure it calculates your VAT correctly. If Tradebox downloads an order with a SKU in it that doesn't exist, that product either needs setting up in Sage if it hasn't been set up, or if it does exist but the SKU differs slightly, you can change it in this grid simply by selecting the correct product, clicking on edit, and changing the marketplace SKU. And we can say we've just slightly amended that. Click on close. And finally, just to reiterate, whilst the Tradebox service is running, part of its loop is that it's constantly checking Sage to see if there are any new products. And if there have been any new products added to Sage, Tradebox will import them into this grid on a constant loop basis. Okay, thanks very much for listening. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact. Thank you.